Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Dhirayet Nastaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. So the verse today is from Canto 3, Chapter 3, text number 28. Annam choru rasam tebhyo datva bhagavatarpanam goviprar sava suraha pranemur bhuvimur murdabhihi. One more time. Annam choru rasam tebhyo datta bhagavatarpanam viprartha sava sura pranemur bhuvimurdabhi. Synonyms: annam, foodstuff; cha, also; uru, rasam, highly delicious; tebhyo, unto the brahmanas; datva, after supplying; bhagavatarpanam, which are first offered to the personality of Godhead; go, cows; vipra, brahmanas; artha, purpose; ashava, purpose of living; suraha, all the valiant kshatriyas; pranemuhu, offered obeisances; bhuvi, touching the ground; murdabhihi, with their heads. Translation: thereafter they offered the brahmanas highly delicious foodstuffs, first offered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and offered the respectful obeisances by touching their heads to the ground. They lived perfectly by protecting the cows and the brahmanas. Purport: the behavior exhibited by the descendants of Yadu in the pilgrimage site of Prabhasha was highly cultured and exactly to the point of human perfection. The perfection of human life is attained by following three principles of civilization: protecting cows, maintaining the Brahminical culture, and above all, becoming a pure devotee of the Lord. Without becoming a pure devotee of the Lord, one cannot perfect one's human life. The perfection of human life is to be elevated to the spiritual world, where there is no birth, no death, no disease, and no old age. That is the highest perfectional aim of human life. Without this aim, any amount of material advancement is so-called comforts can only bring the defeat of human form of life. Brahmanas and Vaishnavas do not accept any foodstuff which is not first offered to the personality of Godhead. Foodstuff offered to the Lord is accepted by the devotees as the mercy of the Lord. After all, Lord supplies all kinds of foodstuff, both to the human being and to the other animals. A human being must be conscious of the fact that all foodstuffs, namely grains, vegetables, milk, water, etc., the prime necessities of life, are supplied for mankind by the Lord. And such foodstuffs cannot be manufactured by any scientist or materialist in the laboratory or factory established by human effort. The intelligent class of men are called Brahmanas, and those who have realized the absolute truth in his supreme personal feature are called Vaishnavas. But both of them accept the foodstuffs which are remnants of sacrifice. Sacrifice is ultimately meant to satisfy the Yagna Purusha. Vishnu. In Bhagavad Gita 3.13, it is said that one who accepts the foodstuffs as the remnants of sacrifice is freed from all sinful reactions. And one who cooks foodstuffs for maintenance of his body takes in all kinds of sins, which led only to suffering. The foodstuffs prepared by the Yadus at the Prabhasa pilgrimage site to offer the bona fide Brahmanas there were all offered to personality of Godhead, Vishnu. The Yadus offered their sincere obeisances by touching their heads to the ground. The Yadus or any enlightened family in the Vedic culture are trained for attainment of human perfection by total cooperation of service between the different divisions of social order. It's a long purport. The word Uru Rasam is also significant here. Hundreds of delicacies can be prepared simply by the combination of grains, vegetables, and milk. All such preparations are in the mode of goodness, and therefore they may be offered to the personality of Godhead. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita 9:26, the Lord accepts only foodstuffs which are within the range of fruits, flowers, leaves, and liquids, provided they are offered in complete devotional service. Devotional service is the only criteria for a bona fide offering to the Lord. The Lord assured that he positively eats such cut foodstuffs offered by the devotees. So, judging from all sides, the Yadus were perfectly trained, civilized persons, and their being cursed by the Brahmanas was only by the desire of the Lord. The whole incident was a warning to all concerned that no one should behave lightly with Brahmanas and Vaishnavas. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purports of the third canto, the third chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Lord's Pastimes Out of Vrindavana. Okay, and let me unshare now. I'll go to this 1 second. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Okay, I'm not sure what to do with this. So we are actually reading the pastimes that the Lord's pastimes other than Vrindavan, that means out of Vrindavan, right? So the pastimes are other than Vrindavan. Krishna is actually giving his all the Uddhava, the discussion between Uddhava and Vidura. He is giving all the pastimes. These are pastimes which is out of Vrindavan. So I was thinking about the Lord and his associates. Recently, I was hearing from my spiritual master, and he was giving so many from the Lord Chaitanya's Chaitanya Bhagavat. So there are so many people, devotees who were very, very, very staunch devotees of Lord Nityananda. And even if we even chant the names of the devotees who were devoted to the Lord, our life is successful and we are purified. That's what my spiritual master said. That means when the Lord descends, Lord doesn't descend on his own. He comes with all his entourage. One, that is some of them will be as eternal associates, and some of them will be coming from the higher planetary system. So Lord had a plan that he has to depart, and the time of departure came. And what Lord Krishna did it was the people, the devotees, his own Yadus, they who were coming all the way from the spiritual world, they will depart from Vrindavan, like all the holy places. Mayapur, Vrindavan, Jagannath Puri, those kind of pilgrim places, which is sacred. So some of the Yadus, they were in only Vrindavan. So if they disappear, that means if they leave the body, they directly go to the spiritual world. And some of the Yadus, they were in, where were they? They were in Dwaraka, they were in Vrindavan, right? So if you look at it, some of them they're directly going back to Godhead. But here in this particular verse, it is telling that Therefore, they offered the Brahmanas. Who are they? The Yadus, who are not not the eternal associate of the Lord, but they are none other than the Devatas who descended from the higher planetary system. So when these higher planetary system um, devotees, they descend in this practically in this material earth, when they want to go back, that means they are out of this Vrindavan or Dwaraka or so forth. So that means these people who devotees of the Lord, who descended from the higher planetary system, they were in Prabhasa Kshetra. This is what I heard from one of the senior Vaishnavas. So I thought maybe share with you. So because I didn't even know that, yes, these devotees are different, that devotees are different, but yes, the who are eligible to go back, of course, they're not that eligible, but they are already came from the spiritual, so they went back. But in the Devatas perspective, they were not in the sacred place. But of course, Prabhas also is the sacred place, but not that compared to Dwarka, Vrindavan, or Mayapur, or Jagannath Puri, something like that. That's what I heard. So devotees, what were they doing? They were actually offering the foodstuffs to the Brahmanas, to the living for in the Prabhaksha Kshetra. So they were doing kind of a charity in the form of foodstuff. It's like our ISKCON food for life. When there was a criteria, when there is a crisis, not criteria, I'm sorry, when there is a crisis like earthquake and so on and so forth, ISKCON has helped in so many places, even Ukraine and other places, that they had cooked the prasadam and offered it to cook the sanctified prasadam, sanctified food, which was offered to the Lord, was distributed everywhere. So that is what the descendants of Yadu dynasty, which is they are coming from this Devatas, none other than Devatas, they also did the same thing. Now what he is telling is, it is for a perfection for a human life is, there are three principles of civilization. One is the protecting the cows, second is to maintaining the Brahminical culture, and above all, becoming a devotee of the Lord. So protect is Krishna, Prabhupada is telling us that protecting the cow is the most important thing for anybody. But unfortunately, I don't think anywhere in the world cows are protected. But a small community of people, like our devotees in ISKCON, they have farms like in Philadelphia, in Pennsylvania, in other places in New Vrindavan. So that is in America. In other places in India, they have a Govardhan Eco Village. Like that, there are so many ISKCON farms which they are maintaining, and in Vrindavan and Mayapur, right? If you go to Vrindavan, we can see how many cows they're all abundant. They're on the streets, and those cows are brought to the Goshala and fed very nicely. And the moment you go to Vrindavan, I always remember when I go to Vrindavan, the first thing I'll take them, go to Goshala, feed them, feed all the cows, and cows keep running and coming. And so it's like there is one cow in MVT. Her name is Kaveri. I remember me and my wife we were in Vrindavan for 3 weeks. We used to go and pet that cow every day, and she's so merciful, actually. So protecting the cow is not protecting like a mother. She's our mother, right? So it's so compassionate to us. And I don't know, I cannot forget that moment. I have seen one devotee from our congregation. He was in Vrindavan. He was doing a Giri Govardhan Parikrama. and he sat in one place. The cow came and started licking that person, that our devotee. And then the devotee was sharing with me that he was so tired for all this. He was doing Vrindavan Parikrama in that, I don't know how many times. He was doing actually Dandavat Vrindavan Parikrama, not just Vrindavan, Dandavat, complete Dandavat for all the, our very close congregation devotee. Dandavat Parikrama is not easy. So when he was so tired, he thought maybe he will quit. I'm done. I don't want to do that. One cow came, he licked this devotee, and then he hugged him. So that he was telling that was some exchanges between our devotee and cow, hugging each other and so many things. After that, the devotee got so much strength that he started again up and running, and he never got that particular day. So see, the cow is actually go. Krishna likes the cow. Otherwise, why we are giving so much significance for the cows? So we have to protect our cows. This is most important. It says three principles of civilization. The maintaining the Brahminical culture. Yeah, I am also a Brahmin, so-called. Am I maintaining the Brahminical culture is a question. What is Brahminical culture? We have to we should be abide by the rules of the scriptures. If you look at it in the previous ages, Brahmana, they never used to accept any money. He was only guiding the Kshatriyas. Of course, they were maintained by the kings, but they were not expecting anything, but they were instructing, giving the knowledge to the Kshatriyas on how to, what to. It's not that they were in politics, but they were giving instructions on how to, based on the scriptural evidences and scriptural, whatnot. So that means if we don't have a Brahminical, forget about the Brahminical, we don't have culture nowadays. Simple culture. When we go eat prasadam, or when we eat, the first thing, we'll go wash our hands, wash our mouth. But we in America, whether the devotees and non-devotees, they was ate in the spoons, eat and get out. They don't even wash their hands. So there are certain culture, the certain things in. I'm not telling these are abide by the rules. I'm just telling simple things. We don't even follow the simple things. But where do we follow the rules of the scriptures? Of course, everybody is lacking. I'm not telling this person is perfect, that person. We are all lacking the Brahminical culture. If we if we follow with that Brahminical culture, things get straight. I always remember the Brahminical culture is basically our senior Vaishnavas, sannyasis. Because of their Brahminical culture, we are all getting, enriched. They're actually nourishing us with their culture. That means it is not just the Brahminical culture. Above all, they are pure devotees of the Lord. They are always carrying Krishna in their heart, and they are giving that instruction, what is there in the scriptures, for our benefit, not for their benefit, for our benefit. In that way, we are getting elevated, we are getting nourished, we are also experiencing that the moment we follow what Prabhupada said, right? So we are getting slowly that culture and we follow. It's amazing. It's a lot of changes, a lot of things in our life. Otherwise, it's very difficult. For me, if I suppose if we travel, here the purport is telling that, they offered the foodstuffs, which is to the Brahmanas as a prasadam. In ISKCON, we are doing a Sunday feast programs. People sponsor and we distribute prasadam. When we go to the hi-fi restaurants, suppose if we eat there, what will happen? We are just adding sins, nothing else. So the problem is, you want to add more sins, or you want to diminish your sins. And not just that, our the brain have, the Prabhupada said, we have to have a right consciousness. The people who eat outside, we don't know what their consciousness is, how they cook, what not they do, right? And then the same consciousness will flow to us. The same thing will happen to us. That means we are taking their consciousness the way they cooked. But that is why Prabhupada named our movement as International Society for Krishna Consciousness. That means when we do anything in the name of Krishna, we will get that Krishna consciousness. Correct? So that means we also offer the food to the Lord and partake that as a prasadam. That itself is our consciousness changes. I remember that one of the, in Indradumna Maharaj's Woodstock festival, there were security guards. I read this some time ago. Security guards, very strong. They were kind of a military men. And they were fed prasadam every day. And, Indradumna Maharaj said they were so strong that like a military, but after they were fed prasadam for several days, they become like a cat. It's not like that. So basically, the consciousness changed. They became humble. That means, see, even just by eating prasadam, our consciousness change, because it's Krishna consciousness. What we're taking is Krishna's, whatever the Krishna tasted, the prasad, tasted it, and we are taking it as a prasadam. So in that way, our consciousness changes. If we don't, then we are going to add that sense. That's what the purport is telling here. In the purport, it is tell Yajna Purusha, both of them accept foods which are remnants of sacrifice, is ultimately meant to satisfy Yajna Purusha. So whatever we are doing, Krishna is giving everything to us, and why do we need to offer again to him? Because everything belongs to Krishna. Yes, dad, as a householder, dad is the owner and he is head of the family. We gave everything to children, but children offer back to dad. How beautiful it is. That's the loving exchange. And then and the children think that it is not mine, dad, it's all yours. You only gave us, so it's back to you. Like that. Not just that, it's also purification of our consciousness. That's most important thing. Otherwise, we can eat everywhere, anywhere, anything. The only problem is we keep adding sins. We are telling that it is said that one who accepts foodstuffs as the remnants of the sacrifice is freed from all sinful reactions. And one who cooks foodstuffs for maintenance of his body takes in all kinds of sins. That's what 3.13 of Srimad Bhagavad Gita says, correct? Of course, we know, and we know it all depends on how much we follow. We know the philosophy, we know the things, but we always, maybe I'm sitting in a Vyasasana, I can say something. Am I following? Am I doing the right things? Is a question. So this is again a reminder for all of us that what do we need to eat to have that right consciousness? See, because end of the day, if we don't have that mode of goodness, I don't think we'll even understand Krishna. We are because the material nature has these modes of passion is bombarding us. The people who are who cook this food, they are completely in mode of passion. And if we eat that food which is in the mode of passion, because their consciousness is that, and we are taking that consciousness, we are into passion too. That's what happens. So it's just a reminder every day. Oh, Prabhu, every day it's the same katha. Mataji, this is like the same katha, the same thing I heard in the other shloka also. Yes. So what I understand is we have a goal that we all need to become the servants of Krishna. In what way? Sometimes we see, yeah, Krishna conscious is great. We hear, we do, but we don't follow. Our main thing is actually the service to Krishna. When we come to the point of service to Krishna, everybody backs out. Prabhu, there is no people in the cleaning team. Can somebody help? Nobody comes. Prabhu, there is cooking. There are only few people. Can we come and help? Nobody comes. But what kind of consciousness we have, including me? I'm just thinking about, yes, this is what we are thinking. But it's Krishna conscious service. And we also think that we need to serve the devotees and become the servant of a servant. So it's a reminder for all of us that it's just like a person who is contesting for Olympic. How much dedication and determination has to be there for that person to become and participate in a gold medal? If we want to become a gold medalist in the Olympics, it's an everyday sadhana for him, right? Otherwise, they cannot achieve that. Similarly, I'm talking for me. If I don't follow my, even though, yes, it is there. Yeah, it's all there in the books. Am I serving? Prabhu, there are so many things. Come and please serve. Yeah. I'm actually busy. I have to go. I have to serve. So there are certain things based on our capacities we can do. But beyond the capacities, I don't know how much we can do. I've seen our own devotees doing beyond capacities. I don't know how they're managing. I was thinking, how do they really manage? Maybe Krishna is giving them more and more time for them to manage this. So it's difficult. It's a differently a debate. Is it true? Is it not true? Can I do this? Yeah, I have work to do. But serving the Lord is the most important thing. End of the day, our installation is nearby, and then rather Shram Sundar or will be in the altar soon. So let's join together, join hands jubilantly, and do the best service of the Lord. And they're telling that purport says prasadam distribution. We have that Govinda Express. They're expecting thousands of people, suppose, right? They're coming. We are all doing the same what Prabhupada is telling this purport. We are exactly doing this, and we are going to do the offering all our foodstuffs to the Lord and then distribute that as a prasadam. And then somehow, if you really see any person who comes to ISKCON, they definitely appreciate not the prasadam. Oh, I ate prasadam, it's great. Not that. The moment they eat the prasadam, it is a sanctified food, their consciousness changes. They're definitely in the mode of goodness after eating that. At least that point of time. That the more and more we practice and more we eat prasadam and practice in the culture of ISKCON, at least we'll become human beings, first of all, right? Become a human being is most important. We can say, yes, even though I'm a Brahmana, but I'm not acting like a human being. That doesn't make sense. So anyway, I'll stop here. Thank you very much. Any questions, comments? Thank you for all your patience. I don't know what I'm talking. Please forgive me if I spoke something wrong. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisance on Krishna Srila Prabhupada.
Yes,
Thank you so much for wonderful lecture, Prabhu. My question is, I think during the deity worship, Prabhu, we also give importance to Manasik Puja, right? It is considered equal to the practical actual puja that we do.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, the examples that you gave and challenges that you brought up, that we are contaminated and we are not up to the Brahminical qualities in few aspects. So my question is, does the Manasik cleanliness also considered equal to, because we are having challenges doing those, right? So any scriptural references, or what are your thoughts, Prabhu, on that? Or if you can explain if it is considered to be equal, or does it work, or
Mataji, even if you look at even Bhakti Rasamdra Sindhu, right? The person who was not, he was just meditating. He goes, we have the Prabhupada has given an example that he did not go to the Brahmin, the devotee, or he did not go to the temple and do cooking or anything, but he was completely meditating and he was doing all cooking and offering, and it was too hot. Oh, it's too hot. He's kept his finger inside that and it got burnt, right?
okay.
So that means the manasik puja is definitely important, that in that way. If the person is not able to do it, yes. If person is able to do it, why do we need to do everyday manasik puja? But when there is everything there, so what is our
Yeah,
purpose, Mataji? Right? Our
yeah,
purpose is, yes, if I'm not, I don't have this, I don't have that, yes, I will do the
yeah,
manasik puja. If Krishna has provided everything to us, serve, we can do our best. If there is any, yes, there are so many limitations, Krishna can look at it. And then there is, based on our capacity, we can do, Mataji. It's not that we need to do, yeah, I want to do. If I don't even know how to cook, then how can you cook for 1,000 people, right? Even for me especially, when my wife left, she departed, I was zero in cooking. I don't know what to do. Honestly, I didn't know. Today, at least I'm able to sustain, maintain, and at least my children, give them whatever they need. So I was zero in that. At least I learned something. And that particular perspective, if I say, okay, manisically, now Manas Puja, let me do that, maybe let me feed that, there is no way it happens. Correct, no?
right, right.
That way, so we can do with our capacity. We cannot go beyond our capacity. At least do with our capacity what we can do, Mataji. That's what Krishna looks at it. Correct, no? So see the intention behind what we do. Even today, I remember when Mahati asked at the last days. I many times I shared, but maybe it's coming again. She wants to do the necklaces for Krishna. Of course, she did that uh, in the last days. And she was just crying, I'm not able to do because I have pain and this and that. And she was very emotional. I don't know what's her consciousness at that time. And then she was so much in pain. We went to Radhanath Maharaj, and she's crying in front of Radhanath Maharaj. Radhanath Maharaj said, Mataji, don't worry. Krishna is not looking at your necklace. He's looking at your intention behind. You know, we can always say, yes, yes, I want to do, I want to do. But what is our intention, Mataji? Right? Prabhus, what is our intention? I want to show off that I'm cooking, or what is my intention? I want to sincerely serve Krishna. That is the intention, right? Sometimes we see, even myself, if I need attention, right? If I don't need, Prabhu, there is a service, come and do it. No. If somebody calls me by name, Balaram, Prasad, please come. You are assigned for this. Come and do it. Then, oh yeah, yeah, he is asking me. There are many things happened. Even in my, I have seen there are so many things comes. Please sign up. Please sign up. I never signed up. Then I am expecting that somebody will call me, Balaram Prasad, please come. What does that mean? I realized it is not that their problem, it is my problem. That means I need attention. That's what I'm not doing it. The moment Balaram Prasad come, yeah. Yes, I'm going there. I'm practically telling this is what my ego, because I needed attention. And that is totally, I'm not telling anybody, it's me what I was doing. I completely realized. Right? When there is hey, come and do it, we'll not do it. That means everybody needs attention. That's what we can do. We have to purify ourselves. I am completely not, I'm not even in that culture. It's all in the purport. I don't know whether I'm following or not, but at least understanding, be aware, one day I will follow. Maybe Mataji. I don't know. I spoke. Is that okay? Or
Yeah, Prabhu, you brought up so many very important points here as well, as we are close to inauguration. Thank you so much. And yeah, we all are missing Mataji. I think you brought us 4 to 5 times today, and thank you for that also, Prabhu. So thank you for the answer. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
I liked your preparing for the Olympics, like the sadhana. I mean, if we take it so seriously, how nice it would be. As you said, how sincere in your heart you are in following the guidelines and instructions. That is what ultimately matters. How anyway, you are very open, very humble, encouraging others. One day I will follow. That is
Mataji, honestly, thank you for bringing up that. Actually, sometimes I hear lectures. A few days ago, one person gave an amazing lecture. I was completely humbled just by hearing the lecture. I was completely humbled. What am I really doing in my life?
Yeah, it bothers me so much. I'm already at the fag end of my life, and why would I still behave like this? I complain to myself so much, but not improving any bit. That is what I am.
Yeah, Mataji, at least, at least I'm talking on this platform to make me aware that, hey, Balaram Prasad, first you follow. So I'm telling in front. So that's kind of thing. Please forgive me. Definitely I'm for not following, but I'm trying to follow. That's all.
Thank you. Hare
Krishna.
I also want to bring up one thing. So anytime I think, I know Shatrupa Mataji is on the call, I just want to call out that particular, because every time there is some service, she always starts with the mood, which I so much appreciate, because when your mindset, right? It's all about mindset, right? Most of the time when we do service and stuff like that. So she always emphasizes on how our mood should be, when it comes to any service or anything, right?
Yeah.
So I just call out that with Prabhu, because I think it's in relation, it aligns with the topic also. So I just wanted to share that, Prabhu.
Absolutely, Mataji. Thank you so much. Mataji, this is, see, we will say one thing, we are, what we are actually in one umbrella, which is of Prabhupada and Lord Chaitanya. It is actually Kutumbam. Kutumbam means family, right? We are in a family of Krishna consciousness under one umbrella, which is Srila Prabhupada. Whether you are this or that doesn't matter. Intent is to serve Krishna. So when we all join hands together and serve Krishna, don't you think that's amazing? I was talking to Sevatula Prabhu. Prabhu, you're doing, he has done 14 installations last year, it seems. 14 installations. Prabhu, how are you doing this? You are great. I said. Then he said, Prabhu, I come and do installation for only 2-3 days and get out. Okay. I'm not doing anything. But think about coming to the point of this $5 million or $6 million project. I was thinking about, I had spoke so many things about so many people, right? But I realized when Premananda Mataji was in tears yesterday, when she spoke, how much dedication she had. And think about, we can say, Mataji, you are not right, you're right, you're wrong. Anybody we can say that. But Lord Chaitanya has agreed her the mission, and he has sanctioned this temple, especially for Premananda Mataji. Otherwise, that would have been stopped earlier. Think about it. Lord Chaitanya is completely pleased with Premananda Mataji. Otherwise, I don't think would have even progressed in the temple activities. Honestly, Mataji, it is because her desire and all the devotees who supported her, everyone, honestly, this has brought to this kind of temple. When she said that, I felt very emotional when Mataji said last night in that Sunday feast. She's very sad that she wants to get out of this building and go to, of course, it's a great achievement. But the memories, how much she has done, how much we all have done. Even I felt so much memories in this temple as well. Anyway, we are taking too much time. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Can we stop? Okay, Prabhu, Mataji, thank you so much. I think we'll stop. It's too late already. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyacha patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta koti Vaishnavandiri Jai. How do I stop this?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. I think we just have to leave the meeting, I guess.
Antana?
I
Thank you.
think so, because he used to do this to me too. I think that's all we can do, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you.
Anyway, Hari Bol Prabhu.
Even though give some thoughts, Mataji, at least give me some inspiration.
Prabhu, what you shared is very inspiring. Being introspective while taking up services is the most important thing that I also feel that that's where the growth happens. Otherwise, service is an opportunity to grow.
Mm.
And but it happens a little bit more actively, and when we are fully attentive, not just for the actual execution of service, but the, like you shared, how when things come at us, the way we process is what makes us grow. Whatever you shared today, that actually is very appropriate, because we may be able to do so many things, and then when a blow comes, or when some kind of a feedback comes, how we process it, how we take it, that actually is the most that's the milestone, I feel, more than doing this or that service. That feels like the milestone to me, and you brought it up so well, Prabhu, so well. Yeah,
I don't
thank
know.
you.
I'm just looking at this day-to-day activities and how it's going. When the responsibility comes, then only come. You know.
Yeah.
So I think the best thing is to just take responsibilities. That's the one
Yeah.
which will help. That's all I'm thinking.
Yeah, true, Prabhu, true. Yeah.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, bro. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.